Right. Evening, everybody. Um, excuse me. For Discord and for YouTube, if there's any charts anybody wants to see, just drop them now. I'm gonna go over ES really quick. Um, I thought today I would start a little bit different, and just go over like the trades that I spotted today, and also the trade that clapped my cheeks today. Um, I'm never afraid to talk about my losses. They're gonna happen. This one sucked, but it is what it is. Um, the first trade I saw, so actually, if we hit the replay feature, um, right before the market opened today, I noticed this wick here, and I was thinking, gosh, there's got to be probably a support resistance flip on this level. There's something, to cause that rejection there. So I looked back and I saw like there was quite a few touches like for support. Um, there were some touches for resistance. Anyway, if you go back a ways, you'll see, there's a few. Um, so I was pretty interested in this level. And then right when the market opened, um, this would have been our initial break. This is the initial retest. But unless you're trading futures, you couldn't have played this one. So then when the market opened, we actually came back and retested again. And you could have shorted here for, I think, 9 points roughly. And this trend line here, I mean, you could have took it to the POC, our previous day POC. We bounced on this trend line, which I'll show you guys in a minute. I drew this, I think, last Thursday. And then we came back up and literally retested it again, came back down and hit that trend line for a second time. So this here was a good entry for shorts. Excuse me. And if we're using, our proper risk to reward, like I always tell you guys, so I use like, a candle for my stop loss or some kind of TA. Like if the previous day value area was close, I would put my stop loss, just above that, or something to that effect. But so here, my stop loss right above this wick here, and then my profit taking right here at the previous day POC. And you can see this gives me 3.45 to 1 risk on this trade. So this was a great trade. I'm not going to do too many of these. I'll just point out where the trades were. This is where I got clapped today. So when we came down and came back up and retested here, volume was like slowing down. And we saw a wick like right off the POC. So I entered short here. And literally as soon as I got in, it rocketed up and stopped me out. It was kind of painful. And then even more painful is right after that, like I got the move I was expecting. This is the trade I was looking for here. I was looking for, this is my stop loss. This is my take profit. And you can see I'm getting 2.31 for 1 risk. And literally right after it rocketed up, I got the move I was looking for. The contracts that I bought for like $3. They ended up going to like 2,000 something. It's just disgusting. Anyway, I'm not perfect. I get, caught in the wrong direction on trades. It happens to every trader. So this is the trade today that slapped me around. That hurt. Your previous day value area low. This is a great trade here. So this basically ticks all the boxes that we talk about when we're teaching. You're looking for that break through the previous day value area low. Then you want to see 2 to 3 candles close below it. Retest it, which we got right there, and then boom, play it to the downside. This one, easily could have just put your stop loss slightly above the wick of this candle. Your take profit here at your structure low. you're getting 4.21 to 1 risk. So another great trade there. And if you're more risk averse, you could have played it down to the November value area low. You probably would have eventually got stopped out though. I mean, technically, you shouldn't stop out, but if people tried to take it that far, there's a lot of people that would have stopped out here. Anyway, another great trade. This is probably the best trade of the day, one of the cleanest trades. The next trade that was good was down here. Same thing that we're teaching, but this one would be on like 3-minute candles. We break below. We get 3 candles close. We get our tap either on this candle that closed inside or the following candle. You enter short there. I don't really have a target in mind because I don't have anything below this level. But when that's the case, you just, you use your short position tool. You figure out how much you're risking, and then you make sure that your stop is, at least 2 for 1 risk to reward on the trade. Obviously, you could have played this much lower. And then finally, the last trade is when we retested the November value area low again. This is at the very end of the day. It would have had to have been a quick scalp. Like you would have had to have taken 38.45 puts on SPX and just scalp this, but you could have made, like most brokers will let you trade 15 minutes after. You could have made some quick money in those last 15 minutes or whatever of the market. As for this trend line I was talking about here, I was trying to tell Shorty about it today. He couldn't see it though. And I understand why. Where is my trend line? Now I can't find my trend line. Oh, 5 minute. So here, this trend line. I think by the time Shorty was looking at it, the price had already broken through it to the downside. But if we go to the 3-day chart, and I'm sure there's probably people that remember this from Thursday. I drew this channel here. We have 1 touch here, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 candle touches to the upside, 1 touch on the bottom here, and there was a second touch here on the bottom on this candle. So this is that channel that we're seeing there on the 5 minutes. Right here where we came down twice and literally tapped it to a T. Boom, boom. Okay. Anyway, that's enough as far as going over the chart. Let's immediately hop into our volume profiles. I shouldn't have to move much, but I'll just go over the 1 month. So our November value area high is going to be at 40.4250. November value area low is going to be at 348.75. I was going over this last night with somebody, and their levels were off, but I don't know, like up to $5. And I told them, you have to get really zoomed in and make sure that your line is right on it, and then it'll line up. So this one, 38, 48, 25. But also more importantly is it's going to be a range. You've got to have like probably at least $3 on each side of that line for entries and exits. And then our November POC is, at 39.5825. Wow, I don't think anybody's given me any ticker symbols yet. So somebody throw out some tickers. So now we'll go to the weekly. I guess I should also ask, does anybody have any questions as far as the trades that I was showing? All right, Tuck, you're killing me with SPY, bro. We'll look at SPY. Um, so here's our weekly. It looks like it's moved a little bit. So our weekly value area high, our previous week value area high is going to be 41.51.75. Previous week value area low has shifted, and that's now at 39.22.75. And our previous week POC shifted a little bit. That one's going to be at 39.91. And now we'll just look at our daily really quick. And we do that on the 30-minute. So our previous day POC is at 38.59.25. Previous day value area high is at 38.97. And our previous day value area low is going to be at 38.44.50. And then our structure low is going to be right there, 38.27.25. Let's take a look at our run up. I think for run up, I was focusing on this candle here and this information. Maybe it was more. Yeah.
My bad, Rockets. I'm late.
You're good, bro.
Bro, what's with this tic-tac-toe you got going on here?
Saudi. Well, I was showing on the 3-day. It's kind of gone now, but I don't know if you're trading this morning, but I was telling Shorty I had a pretty good channel here. 1, 2,
Oh
3,
yeah, I heard
4,
it, and then he said, I don't
5.
see it.
Yeah, but so if you look here, you've got 5 touches to the top, one
Mm-hmm.
touch here on the bottom, and this wasn't broken through when I drew it. There was like almost a perfect tap there. And then if you look at the 5-minute, look at how clean this is.
Which one?
Well, let me find it.
That one there?
Why do I not see it now? It was these two.
Hmm.
What the heck? It was
I believe you.
these.
I believe you.
I just showed it to everybody. Like, I don't, how did my trend line move?
Control Z a couple times, maybe it did move.
I'm so confused.
You have to do it like 2 more times. Maybe now it will.
I feel like now I'm deleting stuff that I did.
I remember hearing it though this morning. Oh yeah, there it
Oh,
is.
there it is. See, look at how perfectly that tapped. I don't understand how that moved, but you see how clean that is? Boom, boom. And then we finally broke through. Yeah, and then even rejected here and here. And so if you had that trend line, like this was a good re-entry, down. Anyway, it is what it is. Um, I had it.
Gotcha.
Shorty didn't. So that's my tic-tac-toe. Um, trying to do run up. Let's see. Oh, I love that. So our run up value area high is 40, 47, 50. Run up POC. I'm not going to move it, but if you want it to be precise, it's at 39.67.25. I just combined mine with the 2022 VPOC. And then our run up value area low is at 3788. All right. That's it for ES, unless anybody has any questions. Oh, we'll look at the clouds really quick. I mean, basically for tomorrow, or even if you're trading futures, this was a good long. If you get a retest, I would go long here again. Same if we tap the previous day POC, should be a good short entry there. I wouldn't try to trade between these two. If you break below previous day value area low, retest, you can short it again. If we come below and back up, nice. If we come below and then back above, you wouldn't want to go long until a retest of the November value area low. There's not enough meat to trade between these two here. This is going to be dependent on where we open tomorrow, though. But for futures, if you get a retest, you can go long here. If we come up, reject, and then retest, you can go short. Break below, retest, go short. So that's that. Let's see, SPY. I don't know why people do this to me. So for SPY, we turn off extended trading hours so we can see all the beautiful gaps. I feel like I should just reset the chart. I haven't charted. I don't know when the last time I charted SPY was. Yeah, let's just start over. For ES, I normally will reset my charts like once every couple of weeks. Sorry. When drawing fibs, let's say bull or bear flag, which fib do you use for targets? Oh, so let's just do this here. I'll show you. So here's our flag, right? Here. Something like this. So if you're shorting this, bottom of the flag to the top of the flag, your first target is going to be 272. Second target will be 618, 786, and then 2.272. Okay.
Show from where? Up top again?
I went for here. I mean, you could probably even go there. I think that's cleaner though. Here, you could even argue here. Yeah, I think this is
That
the right one
that
to
fits the narrative better.
choose. Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's the one I picked the first time. It just, I don't know, stuck out to me. I mean, it's not a great flag anyway, but just to show um, the exits. That was the main purpose. Yeah, no problem, Gus. All right. Can you just erase the stuff I drew? There we go. Thank you. All right, so we'll start on the daily chart. Actually, we won't. We'll start on the monthly chart. And let's just look at the big picture. That's a pretty bearish candle. Um, the only thing that makes it like slightly less bearish is this wick on the bottom is basically the same as the wick on the top. If there was no wick on the bottom and this was just all, a red candle, it would be really ugly.
Plus the volume.
Yeah, yeah. Let's take a look at the weekly. So if you're looking at volume, um, to hear volume's dying down, right? And then from here, volume started ramping up as we're going down. This is just one day of volume, so it's kind of hard to say. Um, but on the weekly, this is pretty ugly looking so far with our volume increasing as we're going down, especially this candle here. It's probably a stretch to call it a hammer, but it's almost a hammer. And once we break below that, that's pretty bearish. So probably going to see more downside. Let's see if we have any kind of a channel here on this weekly chart.
You could even look anytime we had a sell off, it was ton of volume, not very much going back up, selling off ton of volume, not
Yeah.
very much going back up.
On the weekly, that's probably as good as you'll get for a channel. But I'm not digging it. We'll probably find a better channel somewhere else. Let's take a look at the 3-day. Actually, that weekly one is probably pretty good. Yeah, we'll run with it. It's good. So there's our overall like downtrend. And right now we're here.
See if we make some lower lows.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find a channel here. I mean, this is probably your best channel, but we're breaking out of it just like we were on ES. So this is looking, very bearish overall. Probably coming here. I hope.
Well, at least at the tap the middle of the channel.
Yeah, could be the middle. I'm being optimistic.
Oh, for sure.
I have 30K in shorts, so I would love to see this. But yeah, I mean, we could see a bounce from the middle channel. I hope we go all the way to the bottom of the channel. It's probably not. Oh, we didn't look at the ES clouds. Sorry. Let's look at those really quick before we get too deep into SPY here. You guys have to remind me. So this is just looking bad all around. So here's our 4-hour. You can see we broke through the 4-hour, retested, came back down, retested, came down, retested, came down. And I guess you could call all of this a retest because the cloud's sloping downwards. We retested it again here before the close. And yeah, we're outside the 4 hour bottom, looking pretty bearish. Um, for our daily cloud here, we just need to break below it. Go like 38.28 and retest this, and then that'll be a bearish backdoor. And we should see a good sell off with that. Our weekly is basically just confirming all of this. We basically came up to the top of the cloud, and now we broke in through the middle snake cloud, kind of retested it to the underside, and then we're selling off again. Our weekly bottom is closed at 36.1773. Monthly
Oh,
and
the
quarterly.
daily again?
Sorry, daily.
You said 38.28?
Yeah, is the bottom.
It's funny, that's where we bounced today.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. If we break through that and retest it, we're going to see a lot of downside.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Just wondering like how, comparing the clouds and those levels and then kind of how the market reacted to them.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
So monthly and quarterly, there's really nothing significant. We're in space on both of them. So I'm not even going to zoom in on those. All right. So back to SPY. Let's go to our daily PVP on 12 months. $20.22 value area high is going to be at 437.78. Our 2022 POC. Whoa. Or actually, sorry, it's a VPOC. Is it 394.97? And finally here, our 2022 value area low is at 373.19. For my purposes, like 2021 is not really relevant right now. We're completely outside of this value. So I'm not really interested in it, but I am interested in our 2020. We tapped it recently, the top of the value area high here. So our 2020 value area high is at 352.19. Sorry, 352.90. Our 2020 POC is at 323.21. And our 2020 value area low is going to be at 279.16.
What makes it POC or VPOC in this case?
My bad.
Since we're
This is a
doing
VPOC.
12 months.
My bad. This is a VPOC. Just trying to go fast.
So we have to wait for the year to finish and then
Exactly. So once we crossed here, there, any touch of this would make it a POC. after this point here. That makes sense?
Oh yeah, for sure. I just when you had the two different ones, I was like, wait a minute, what?
That was my mistake.
I mean, I saw within the year we tapped it twice, but
Yeah. I'm just going fast because um
no, you're good. I've
I
never
don't
charted yearly, so then when you had them differently, I just thought
yeah.
maybe I was missing something.
No, I just I'm going fast because I'm never gonna look at this spy chart unless somebody asks me to see it. So like, yeah, I'm kind of rushing. The our forming year. The only reason that I chart 2022 right now is because we're so close to the end of the year. Like we literally have what, like a week, maybe a week and a
21
half.
or 11 days, yeah.
Yeah, like,
12
and a
days.
lot of those are going to be holidays, so we like have probably like 6 or 7 trading days left in the year, and it'll take like an act of God to make these move at this point. Like we would have to like just have so much volume, like so far out of this range to
Act
make
of Putin.
these values move. So I wouldn't normally chart the 2022 um high and low and POC um until like November, December. And right now, like I said, like it would take an act of God to make these move. It's not going to happen. But I mean, it's possible, but it's not going to happen. Um, but so a forming POC is always going to be a virgin point of control. So this will be forming until January 1st, and then it becomes then it's no longer forming, and so then any touch of it at that point would make it a POC. Make sense? Yes, no.
Yeah, 2019. Did we ever retest that POC?
We can look at it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, never
right
never
here.
mind.
Yeah, COVID lows.
Coronia.
Yeah. And here's a trick. I'm kind of surprised it's giving me so many years. This is not normal. You normally see like 2 to 3 years at the most. So for newer people, if you want to go back further, this doesn't always work, but sometimes if you use the replay feature, I switched to the monthly, but if you use the replay feature, it'll give you further back, and then we can uh, you could go, like, if you wanted even further back, you can go back further to get even more dates from there. But at a point, it'll stop giving them to you.
Imagine we go back to 80. Look at that. That never got retested.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So that's that. Now we'll go to the 4 hour and we'll look at our monthlies. Um, Wait, what am I doing wrong? Oh, that's still 12 month.
So based off your crisscross pattern, we got retest of 2020 VPOC and then come back to 2022.
Yeah. That's what I'd like to see. I mean, this would be beautiful. I would be one happy camper if we come there. And it's very possible. I would also be very happy if we came here. So, all right. So our monthly, at this point, you can start doing December. Actually, no, I take that back. I'm not going to do December yet. It's still a little early. But so our November, I'll start at the bottom actually, because I know it's going to be the color for the bottom right now. Never mind, it's my POC color. So our November value area low, 383.13. Our November POC, I'm just going to put it at the same level as our 2022 POC. But if anybody wants the actual level, it's going to be 395.36. So I'm just going to put a little dash here and put November POC. And this one is a POC because it was retested here multiple times. And then our November value area high is at 402.90. Let's also take a look. This would be a good one to have here, October, because this is a VPOC. And it looks like we're coming down here. So here's our, actually start at the bottom this time. November value area low, 356.84. Or I'm sorry, October is at 356.84. Our October POC, or VPOC, sorry, is at 366.52. And our October value area high is going to be at 376.65. I think that's going to be enough data for me as far as monthlies. The rest of these won't really come into play. They're all POCs and older data. So now we'll go to 65-minute and we'll look at our weekly or 7-day. Is this 7 days? Oh, I didn't go all the way. Yeah, 7 days. Okay. Our previous week value area high is at 455. Our previous week VPOC is going to be at 389.72. And our previous week value area low is going to be at 378.30.
When you
All
do
right.
the weekly, is it taking 7 trading days, 5 trading days, or 7 calendar days?
7 trading days.
Okay.
That's how we do it. So I
Starting
think,
from today.
yeah. So like from
Okay.
back testing, I back tested and I know Shorty back tested, and both of us back tested like 5 days, 7 days, and 1 week. You know, because on PvP you can literally select 1 week.
Yeah.
And the ones on 7 days were respected more than the ones on 1 week or 5 day. But then again, you can see here, well, this is forming, so never mind. Yeah, like, uh, I guess this previous week value area low is tested here and then it broke through. I don't know. It just from back testing, we found that 7 days works better. So that's what
Okay.
we use. So those are our levels for the previous week, and then we'll go to the previous day on 30-minute, or our SVP, session volume profile. So our value area low basically lines up almost exactly with the previous week value area low. So I just put a little dash and put previous day value area low. And that level is 378.30. Our previous day VPOC is at 378.85. And then this is kind of cool. Our previous day value area low and value area high line up with each other. Um, our previous day value area high, 381.34. And then let's just look at our structure. So our structure low, at least for me, I like to use daily candles. I'm going to call it this here. Same level as the 2022 value area low. And then our structure high is right there. These levels aren't too important. I just like to know what they are when we're approaching them. Um, so I know where the structure is. Um, not a must-have on your charts. Let's look at our run up. I should really do this before I draw everything else because it gets so cluttered. So our run up value area high is basically our November value area high. So just going to put a little gap there, run up. It's close enough for me. Our run up POC is the same as all this, basically. So same thing. I'm just going to put run up POC here. And then my run up value area low, I'll go ahead and throw that on the chart. That one's going to be at 374.84. And so just in case for if there's somebody newer watching, when we do the run up, that shows us where buyers are stepping in. I can't remember if it was today or yesterday, but like this is a long P shape profile. And on P shape volume profiles, when you break below this high volume node up here, you normally want to go long when you come to that next high volume node. And so like this area here was an area that you want to go long, specifically at our November value area low. And so like if we look at, I don't know, like a 5-minute chart and look at that level there. Well, it's not as clean as ES, but when you came down here is where you would have gone long. I know it looked a lot better on ES. Anyway, thanks for proving me wrong. Oh, actually, I think this is it here. Where we came below this November value area low. A lot of times, sorry, I should have been more specific when I drew this, but a lot of times the bounce will happen at the far side of a high volume node. And so it won't happen, and I drew this kind of wonky. won't happen so much at the front side, but when you come to the far side of the high volume node, a lot of times you'll see the bounce there. And I think if we go back to the 5 minute, especially now that I fixed that, you can see like we bounced here, bounced. A lot of times though, you'll bounce and you'll go back outside of that high volume node, but that didn't happen. Was this Friday? Yeah, this is after the news, so like no surprise that we weren't able to reclaim it after they increased interest rates. But normally, you'll see a good bounce on those high volume nodes on the P-shaped volume profiles. Also on the D-shapes, you'll see a rejection to the downside. Hang on 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, I'm back. And I have a question in the Discord, so let me see. Will you please explain why the 39497 is a VPOC when we tapped it several times this year? Probably because it's the developing year, right? So 12. You guys are hearing my wife. Hang on 1 second, sorry. Sorry. My wife had a medical question for her father, so a little important. Anyway, let me zoom out here. So let me delete this session, or I mean the run up volume profile. So you're talking about, yes, this 394.97 VPOC. So just as an example, if we go to our 30-minute chart, right, and we look at our session volume profile for today, so how many times was our session volume profile touched today as this is being formed? Right, so we have 1 touch, 2, 3, 4 touches. If a POC or if a VPOC is never touched, I mean, like it's physically impossible for a VPOC to never be touched while it's being formed. Hopefully this is making sense. Like it has to be touched because that's the area where the largest amount of trading is taking place. If we put this here, right, and make this a VPOC, and we turn on the replay feature. So on the day it's being formed, it gets touched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And if you're talking to Shorty, he would probably even say 8 times because he would consider this a touch as well right there on this candle. The following day, our first candle is not a touch, so it's still a virgin POC. But then the candle right after that touches it, and this is where it becomes a virgin POC. I mean, this is where it becomes a regular POC, is on this candle right here where we, or sorry, this candle right here where we actually touch it is where this becomes a POC. So as a POC or as a virgin POC is developing, it's always going to get touched. So if we go to the yearly, sorry, and I went to the daily just to make it less complicated. But if we look at the yearly, it's going to be the same thing. Here, we're looking at 2022, right? So for the entire year of 2022, this POC or this virgin point of control can be touched as many times as it wants to be touched while it's forming. It's not until January 1st of 2023 that a touch would turn it into a POC. That makes sense, everybody? If it doesn't make sense, let me know. I'll try to go over it better.
Yeah,
That was
perfect.
that was the best way I could figure out like how to explain it, is to go down to a more macro level and just look at the daily. But you know, I mean, the best way I can explain it is the point of control is the area where the most trading takes place. So if the most trading is taking place there, it's gonna be touched while it's forming. It wouldn't be possible to have a virgin point of control without it being touched. Like it has to be touched, if that makes sense. Yes, has to do with the time period. So if you're looking at the yearly, if you're looking at 2021, it's always going to be a virgin point of control until 2022. And then it'll remain a virgin point of control into 2022 until it gets touched. If we're looking at a monthly monthly virgin point of control, let's just say November, for all of November, it's going to be a virgin point of control. It won't be until December 1st and it gets touched that it then will become a point of control, POC. And then, same thing for previous week. It won't be until the following week getting touched that it would become a POC. And then daily, it has to be touched on the following day, or previous day, I'm sorry, has to be touched the following day for it to then become a POC. All right. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Let's do our rundown really quick. I don't like to grab too much old data. So I just grabbed from this candle to this candle. I don't need this big long green candle here. So our rundown, value area high, sorry, is going to be at 379.25. And I would probably normally combine this with like the rundown or the previous day POC. I don't know. Actually, it's roughly 50 cents difference, so it's good enough to be further apart. Our rundown this is a rundown VPOC, is going to be at 362.69. And then our rundown value area low is at 355.70. All right, any questions on SPY?
Never.
I'm pretty sure everybody knows I'm like pretty bearish right now. We broke out of this channel that we were in on both SPY and ES, heading to the upside. We've broken through that pretty good. Same thing as ES, looking for a bounce at our mid channel here, or even better for me at the bottom of the channel here. We'll check out the clouds really quick and see what SPY has to say. Should look pretty similar to ES. Actually, I think it looks a little bit uglier than ES. So our 4 hour, kind of the same thing. We broke below. This is actually our first retest. So right here, we're starting a bearish backdoor on the 4-hour clouds. And you can see like we've got this massive, like I've talked about this before with you guys, where you see the clouds make such a massive downward slope. You're generally going to see like more downside. This doesn't happen too often. Here's our daily. You know, we gapped, like you normally see like rejection or a bounce at the daily mid. You know, like here's a good example, or even here we came through it, and we actually kind of gapped through and then bounced here. Here we came back down and bounced, came back down, bounced, you know, and gapped up on this one. It's not an easy level to get through. And so here, you know, we wicked through it and then came back and then gapped down. This is going to be the CPI news, right? Or I don't know. It could be FOMC. Not sure. I'm pretty sure this is CPI news, but not positive. Anyway, we gapped through here. And now we're actually breaking through the daily cloud, the daily bottom. And all you want to see is a retest and then rocket down. So all of this is very bearish. Our weekly mid, you know, we slice through. And again, same thing. Like it normally will act as like, you know, a springboard or a rejection until you finally get through it. And we finally slice through it here. If we were to come back and retest this, we're probably going to see the bottom of the channel, 361-ish here. And we're closed on the weekly. 361.78. And the outside cloud is 352.63. Basically, based on the clouds right now, we cannot go below 352.63. And I would say that confidently, even if SPY was trading at 353. Like I'd be like, nope, we're not going to get through this level without some major news event. So it's not just because we're trading way up here. All right. I mean, I'm sure enough people here have seen these clouds over and over again do their thing and do it well. So, you know, same stuff on SPY basically as ES. You just have to make sure you have enough meat to take a trade. Like for here, you would want to make sure your stop, if you went short here, your stop needs to be above this rundown value area high. So that means I wouldn't take the previous week value area low to the October value area high, because you're only getting 1.39 to 1 on your risk to reward. You would need to come at least to there to take this trade. So I wouldn't recommend it. I guess if you're more risk averse, you can take this retest and shoot for the run up value area low. Or you could probably just say stop loss here right at the rundown value area high. Profit taking right there at the October value area high. But this is a pretty like consolidated area to trade. You can take a you know, a retest to the upside here. Retest short here would be fine. Retest short here would be fine. Retest short here would be even better. And then same thing, you can play all of these levels long. Everybody should know how to trade this stuff by now, though. At least I hope. We went over at the beginning of the video if you don't. So next, let's see what else. McDonald's and Boyle. All right, McDonald's. All right, let's start by zooming out. Wow. I wasn't expecting this at all. Interesting. This is kind of okay, but I'm sure I'll find a better channel on a different time frame. Actually, this is good. Um, so we have a lot of bearish volume on this candle. It's almost, you can see, so if you look at the size of this candle, 43 points versus the size of this candle, 15.33 points. And look at the volume bars. They're literally the same. So this is a pretty scary bearish candle. Um, and this is broken below the low of this one. It's looking pretty bearish just from this perspective. Let's look at the weekly candles. So this isn't like perfect, but we had a little bit of an island top here. And we're finally breaking out of that to the downside, which again is also bearish. Our volume looks a little bit different though. We just see, increasing volume um, with red candles. And again, this candle here on the weekly, the volume is higher than the other candles, but this is a massive candle compared to, the ones that are inside here. Pretty bearish overall on the higher time frames. Daily. So if I was shorting, like, and this is just like naked, naked charts, just looking at price and volume, um, I would be going for a price target of right around here, there. This would be like my first price target. I would take the break of this box down um, to 263-ish, 263.50-ish. You might see this, which would be better. This here looks good as well. But anyway, these would be the levels I would be looking at to take profits on a short, on like a shorter term trade. Longer term, you're probably going to see more downside, I'm guessing. But let's get a good overall picture of everything. Let's start with our run up. I have to remember to start with this versus drawing everything else first. I wonder if I should grab more. So I like this a lot better. This one, just from here to here, there's just really not enough volume to get like a good picture. If we do this run up from here to the high here, we're getting a much better picture of what's happening. And you can see our value area high of our run up lines up with, like our profit target, uh, our POC here, and then value area low. So run up value area low is at 238.28. I'm shocked that this is so high right now. I haven't looked at McDonald's in a long time. Our run up VPOC is going to be at 254.33.
It's all the 20 pieces I keep buying.
Oh, it's you. And then our run up value area high is at 262.68. So overall, without looking at the clouds, just looking at this island top here, our run up, I'm pretty bearish right now on McDonald's. Um, I'd be even more bearish if we hit the top of this channel. Let's take a look at our run down. I feel like I should do similar amount of data. Actually, this kind of works too. Yeah, I like this. So I'm just going to combine the two. Or sorry, rundown POC. Our rundown value area high is at 268. And then our rundown value area low, I'm just going to combine with the rundown value area low. But if you want the exact value, it's at 238.93. So that's that. Oh shoot, actually I want to redraw that. So one thing of importance, that you want to notice, I don't draw these, but you want to know that your volume shelf is here if you're trading this, right? If we happen to break through the run up value area high, good chance you're going to see a bounce here. And like I said, a lot of times it won't happen at this side of the volume shelf. It'll happen at the far side. But with your POC here or VPOC, good chance the bounce happens there versus the far side of the shelf. But just something to be aware of if this is something you're trading. You do also have a little bit of a shelf right in here. This is a pretty big range I'm drawing, but you have like decent volume here and then decent volume down here. I mean, you could draw the two separately, but this will be a tougher area to get through as well. All right. And then let's go to our Let's go to our, oops, what am I doing? 12-month PVP. Damn, is everything lining up? That's insane. I'm not going to be charting December yet, but you can see as of right now, our December value area high is lining up with the run up. Yeah. Here's our November value area high is at 257.63. Oh wait, what am I doing? I'm special. I apologize, everybody. This is 2022 value area high. Or sorry, 2021. Value area high is at 257.64. Our 2021 POC is at 232.55. And then our our 2021 value area low is going to be at 220.16. I normally wouldn't even go back this far on McDonald's, but I started doing it thinking it was the previous month, and it's not. So 2022 value area high is at 263.17. Personally, I'm going to combine it with my run up. But I gave you the exact level if you want it. 2022 VPOC is going to be here at 248.75. And then finally, our 2022 value area low is at 235.63. Sorry, Key. No, proximity, we're still going. Sorry, I didn't see you type that before. Sorry, Nella, on which are you asking? On Spy? Or are you talking? Let's go 4-hour. And let's switch to the monthly here. $260. Oh, you're talking like here? Yeah, for sure. We all know like gaps get filled, what, like 90% of the time? I was just saying, shorter term, like, sorry, let me go back to the daily chart here. Shorter term, you would be looking at, exiting your trade at 262. If you're taking longer swings, yes, I think we're probably coming down here, at least to the middle of this channel. We'll get a better picture when we look at our clouds, But so we'll pull up the clouds in a second. Let's do 4-hour. Your head's hurting, Key. What about mine? No, I'm joking. I'm good. Right now I'm very confused. Where am I? We just did the years. Right now we should be doing the month. This is December. Oh, November. They're basically one because of this island top that it was in for a while here. I mean, everybody should know what was happening here, right? Any questions on what was happening here? Anybody want to speak up and tell me what market makers were doing through this area here?
That's a distribution phase, right? They're selling.
Well, they could have been closing their position long, but they could also be accumulating to go short.
Huh.
Right?
Yeah.
So they could be closing long positions here and buying short positions here. And we know this because we broke below the bottom of the box. And like I said, I mean, I just see more downside for this. So here's our massive like accumulation phase. Our November value area high, 275.23. This is actually looking like a really good long-term short. So this is probably a really good long-term short to get like swings on. So here's our November value area high. Our November POC. It's real. Unfortunately, it's really not telling us much of anything other than we consolidated here for a while, right? We have 2 months that the value area high and low and POC are almost perfectly lined up. So our November POC is at 273.17. And our November value area low is going to be at 270.34. We'll drop down really quick, 65-minute, and look at our previous week. Again, we're just showing more accumulation. Previous week high is at 277.31. Previous week VPOC is at 276.30. And then our previous week value area low is going to be at 268.63. I don't think anybody's looking at this at a day as a day trade, but we'll do our daily levels as well. Oops, value area low. All right. So now let's drop down to our 30-minute session volume profile. Ooh, for the people that are here, we should look at TJ the Goat. He did a little PowerPoint on setting up profiles for each time frame. So like when he switches to the 30-minute time frame, it automatically switches to the session volume profile for the day. When he switches to, you know, the daily, it automatically goes to 12-month PVP for the year. I should show you guys that really quick. All right, so our previous day, or sorry, yeah, our previous day value area high is going to be at 266.92. Right after we finish McDonald's, I'll pop up that PowerPoint really quick. It's pretty short. Previous day VPOC is going to be at 265.93. And our previous day value area low is at 264.78. So I'm sure everybody already knows by now, I'm very bearish on this. Island tops, especially something this big. This is 2 months that we were up here. And this is trapping, right? They're trapping bulls here, dumping it. Like this is a little island top here. And you can see the sell-off that happened afterwards. So this is from, even if we take the low of the island top, this is at 265 down to 251. So a good, 15-point drop. This for 2 months, we're probably going to, come down to like the rundown or 2021, something like that. Like we'll probably see a pretty good move here. Let's take a look at the clouds, see what they have to say. So our 4 hour, we broke through and we're retesting now. So right now this is a bearish backdoor that's happening. Or sorry, let me zoom in for you guys. Broke through, retest, bearish backdoor is currently happening on the 4 hour. Our daily cloud. We've basically done the full cycle from the top, which is closed, through the mid to the bottom. Right now we just need to break below and retest. Sorry, let me remove this very old line off my chart. So our daily bottom is at roughly 265. That'd be a good level probably to get in short for like a long-term swing. If you enter there, expect a little bit of a bounce at 260 at our weekly mid. And then our clouds, the weekly clouds are closed at 245 and the outer is at 240 respectively. Where did I say we're coming? I said like 254. This is possible as well. Here. Okay. So this is very doable in the coming months. Are you already in shorts, Neela? I have a feeling you probably are. Tomorrow. Okay, cool. This was a great catch. Because we're just barely like actually let me get rid of the session volume profile here just so the chart looks cleaner. We're just barely breaking out of this island top. Technically we broke below, retested, and then broke below again, and we're almost retesting it here. This is about as good as it gets, like to catch downside. I would, if you're less risk averse, if tomorrow we come up and touch this, that would be a good short entry. If you're more risk averse, or I'm sorry, less risk averse, you want to see it break past the low right now, which is roughly 264.70. Well, actually, let me tell you the exact level. 264.67. You want to see it break below that to get in short. But really, like, this looks like a great long-term swing put position on McDonald's here. So good catch, Neela. All right, let's do. Oh yeah, TJ the Goat. Good call. I almost did forget about it. Now let me just find it. I think this is it. Yeah. Well, you guys will all know it's by him. Whoa. Whatever that was. Volume profile indicator setup trading view by TJ the Goat. So I'm just going to go through it really quick. You'll probably have to rewatch this to set it up. But begin with a clean state. From the left, go to the trash icon, remove any indicators currently on your screen. If you already have your preferred indicators selected for regular use, you may choose to skip this step and go straight to step 4. Step 2, select your indicators. 1, daily levels, previous day value area high, POC, value area low. Actually, I'm not going to read through all of this. You guys can pause it and read it. But basically, you're going to choose all of your like daily levels at one time and add them, as your indicators. Then you would do your weekly and your monthly, and then your regularly used indicators. Step 3, select confirm confirm correct settings. Confirm your correct time frame and adjust your view. Step 4, save and name your indicator. So you click this little gridish icon at the top, save indicator template, and you want to check remember interval. And then you're going to want to, on your templates, you're going to want to put stars next to them and give each one of them a name. So remember to add them to your favorites. So then it'll show up down at the bottom of your chart. 3 is 30 minutes, 7 is 7 day, D is daily, and M is monthly. And then that's it. So anyway, you guys can go through and pause and read through all of that. But that's pretty cool to have, your indicators set for each time frame. So you just click it, it automatically does the time frame, and then automatically does the indicators for you. Sorry, 1 second here. All right. And then somebody asked me for Boyle. I think that's the last chart request. Yeah, Boyle. Bloomberg natural gas. All right, let's zoom out. Wow, that's ugly. Is this the chart you wanted to see?
With the issues going on in Europe, it was just interesting to see how natural gas is gonna perform over the next couple of months. I'm sure it's not going to 6,000 or 8,000 levels now.
All right. I mean, I think if you're going long, this. Sorry, I'm trying to get it good here. That's your level. Actually, let me look at the daily. Bear with me really quick. I need to use like my bigger screen so I can get more data on my screen at one time. Okay. I think this is as good of like an SR flip as you're gonna get. Um, if you really have to trade this, so I mean, just obviously just looking at naked price right now, right? Um, this would be a good starter position for longs. Um, our retest here would be better. Uh, this is just a SR flip, support resistance flip, which I actually love. Um, sorry, I'll answer you in just a second, Key. So I love trading SR flips. I do it quite a bit. Um, our initial touch here of this SR flip would have been a good place to go long. Of course, this is in retrospect, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, I would have gone long here, but this is the kind of trade I try to look for. Um, actually, my level probably would have been a little bit lower, like 25.49. So, and I'd probably just round that up to 29.50. Uh, if I was looking to trade this, there's a good chance like I would be going long somewhere in this area here. So I would just draw it as a box. Um, for purposes of keeping the chart clean, I'm not going to put a big old box here, but um, this would be, and again, this is either for like a long position um, with options or for like shares. I would be starting a position here. And if we happen to come down to 23, 50-ish, I would load up my full position there. And again, this would also be a range where probably this candle here kind of thing. So again, we're just looking strictly at naked price. We'll do, more analysis and we'll look at the, um, we'll look at the clouds afterwards. But for me, if I'm like, if I have to go, long on this trade, starter position here and full position if we come here. Again, just based on naked charting. All right, let's do. I don't think this is going to give me enough information, but let me just try it. That's decent. So our run up value area low is at 34.86. This would be a good place to trim. Run up POC. Is going to be at 36.20. And then our run up value area high is at 40.61. What's that? Oh, is that TJ the GOAT?
I'm here. It's been a minute, but I'm here.
No, but did you just join on YouTube?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going
I
over.
saw, I saw Key say mention my name, and I was wondering what I did to deserve a mention today.
Oh, I was showing them your PowerPoint
Oh,
because that's killer. It's dope.
yeah. I kind of threw it together. It's been years since I've ever put together a PowerPoint. Please don't judge me too harshly.
No, it was great.
But I tried to make it easy for everybody to be able to walk through and, find out how to set those little shortcuts up.
Yeah, I thought it was great. That's why I shared it for everybody.
Well, thank you.
No, thank you. All right, so our rundown value area high is going to be at $59. This would be like your ultimate price chart target. Yeah, I need to set that up like ASAP. That's seriously cool, TJ.
Oh yeah, when I showed Shorty how to do it a few weeks ago actually, I was like, watch, I'll go from no lines to a full chart in the blink of an eye. And I started flipping through it and he just couldn't believe it. And so I was like, yeah, I'll throw something together for the group.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It's seriously dope, and that's why I shared it with everybody. That's good
Well,
information.
if anybody has any questions on it, I definitely don't mind answering them.
All right. I don't know if I called out all these levels just in case. Rundown value area high 59, rundown POC 55.42, and our rundown value area low is going to be at 38.94. All of these would be good areas to trim. I mean, as you can see, like this run up here, I mean, it went higher but came back and then tapped the rundown value area low. Here we tap the run up POC. Good areas to trim. This, I think, is probably the best you might see if we get like a good run up on this. $59. And maybe even a little shy of that, 58, 50-ish, right around there. You can see we have like a failed auction right there at 58.58. I mean, now it's, the auction's been completed, but we used to have a failed auction right at that level, so that would even be a good level to just cut your full position or your final trim at that point. Take profits. All right, so let's look at our yearlies. Wait, what am I doing? This is. Oh, this is 2022. That's small.
That's the SVP.
It's not. Oh, that's the fixed range. Thank you.
Range.
I'm like, what in the world is going on? All right. So this is kind of cool here. Our 2022 value area low is confirming our buy zone here. And that's at 25.85. It's not going to be very visible on my chart, but that's all good. I can bring it to the front. If you want to have this buy box, you can always just change the color. And if you want to know the levels for this buy box, it's going to be 2633 to 2540. And the one below it is 2404 to 2320. 2022 VPOC is going to be at 3685. And then our 2022 value area high is going to be at 5481. All right. And there's no point in going back further. I mean, this is yeah, it's not going to give us any extra information unless it comes down to like $18, which I don't think it will. Let's go to our 4-hour, look at our monthly really quick. Looks like we have a lot of overlapping levels. I'll just mark the actual levels, but I would normally just, actually, no, I'm not. This is 20 cents. If you want the actual November value area low, it's going to be at 34.69. I will just use my run up here. November POC 36.55. I will mark that one because I've got like a point on each side. And then my November value area high at 45.94. And normally with a level like this, I'll round up to 46. I won't leave it at 94. There's just no point. If it crosses above 94, there's still a chance it's going to reject it like 46 as a psych level. Just so that you guys know, that's how I do it. All right, so now we'll go to our 65-minute, look at our previous week. And then I still need to answer Key's question. All right, I'm definitely not marking this. Value area high, previous week value area high, 37.11. That's going to be joining 36.85 here.
Isn't that developing 7 days?
Pretty sure this is the 7-day. Let me check.
Is it? I mean, it's the developing one. It's not the complete 7 days.
7 days.
Okay, thank
You
you.
see it?
No, I see it. I just that the naked eye, I didn't see that
No, I get it.
the,
I'm
the previous one was.
sometimes I can't see it, but sometimes like my eye is pretty good at spotting that it's 7 days. So,
Thank you.
yeah, no worries. So this one here, 3713. I'm just going to combine it with my 2022. And then, my gosh. Let me, oh, weird. Where's the POC? Am I losing my mind? Oh, crazy. There's a gap. That's wild. There's a freaking gap in the volume profile. Wow. Cool. All right. Our previous week POC is going to be at 2988. Or sorry, that's a VPOC. And then previous week value area low is going to be 2942.
I found the issue in that. So it shares 7 days, but the 7 days are the total calendar days, not the trading days. The trading day are still five. You see, from 13th started, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then today is Monday. 5 days.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can give you these levels if you want them. I'm good with this. That's close
No
enough for
worries.
me.
I'll just. If this session is recorded, I can just watch the YouTube and mark those. No worries.
Yeah, I'll just give you the levels though. So
Great.
the previous week value area high is at $33 and 30 cents. Previous week POC or VPOC 27.93, and then your previous week value area low is at 25.61. Let's look at our daily now. Overall in this, I'm bullish, but I want a retest here before I would go long.
I also see that. If I may ask you, what do you think would be a stop loss in case this trade doesn't go our way? At
Okay,
those two boxes below, which are SR. Look.
yeah, I can show you that. So our previous day VPOC is actually exactly the same level as the previous week. I'll show that, but it's going to come with a disclaimer because people are getting crazy about pump and dump schemes. I will not be trading this. That's just me personally. So if you follow those levels, you know, that's up to you, your own device and accord. I'm not pumping and dumping.
Understood.
I guess I can't be accused of pumping and dumping if I don't take the trade at all, right? uh, so I don't think I said these levels. I'll go over it really fast. Previous day value area high 30.36. Previous day VPOC 29.88. Previous day value area low 29.53. The only thing I didn't do is let me see if I can find some channels. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find a clean channel there, but let's look at the 3-day. I mean, you'll probably get two. No, you won't. This is no. Probably what we're looking at, something like this. So actually, this is kind of Shorty's favorite setup. The only thing that would make this better is if this was getting tighter as we're coming to this demand zone.
Favorite setup as in you play the breakout?
Shorty would play the bottom up. But yeah, like you have like a descending wedge into demand basically. But this like I said, it's not quite as tight as he would like to see it, but it is what it is, you know. So all right, as far as trading it, so I'd probably be looking best case to get a starter position right around the 2022 value area low. And for a stop, so I'll try to explain the thought process. If market makers are going to try to trap bulls, there's a good chance they take it, you know, like to the low of this candle over here that I was looking at. So you want to have your stop loss slightly below that, so you don't get stopped out there. But you're, you know, you're risking quite a bit here. 3 points on, you know, like a $25 stock. Your ultimate profit target was what, like 59. Again, it would be really hard to stay in this trade. Like you probably need, let's just get an idea.
I'm guessing it will, if it has to happen, it will happen before March because that's when people need natural gas, not after that.
Yeah, but
The
so
demand
like
goes down.
2 to 3 months, you probably would want to take it out. And I'm going to delete this line just to get it out of the way. But again, not trading this. If I was, I would have a starter position at the 2022 value area low. I would load the boat in this zone here. I already gave you those levels. My stop loss would be down here. 2240-ish, give or take. And then after
Thank you.
that, all you need is, you know, 2 reward for your 1 risk. So like you could ultimately sell at 32.90, and you have a good trade. Right? But you have to figure out, you know, how far you're willing to take it.
Thanks. This helps.
Yeah, no problem. Let's look at the clouds really quick. See what they say. All right, here's our 4-hour. Not really loving it. We've broken below the 4-hour cloud. We're currently retesting it. I mean, I guess actually it's not bad. We're looking for it to drop down. I don't remember the exact level, like 24-ish.
25-ish.
Yeah, 25. That's, 5 points. And it would probably complete like its bearish backdoor by the time it hits 25. So this isn't too bad actually overall. Here's our daily. Same thing. We're trying to break out of the daily cloud, daily bottom. And hopefully if that happens, like we just come to that 25 level and just break back inside like it did this last time. I have a feeling, yeah, I was going to say, I don't think this will go below. And this is just one more confluence point for you. So even though the weekly cloud is open, this is a very difficult level to break. So 2473, very, very, very difficult for price to break through that, even with the cloud being open. So I would expect to bounce right around there, 2475-ish, give or take. Monthly and quarterly aren't giving us any information. They're just both in space right now. But I think the most important cloud for you as far as bullish is this here. 2475 is going to be, or 2450 to 2475 is going to be really hard to break through. Pretty good chance we get a bounce there. All right.
Thank you.
Amazon. I can do Amazon. That'll be the last chart though. Let me see Key's question. Okay, Key, I don't do so the levels you see me doing, like I look at fixed range volume profile generally on the daily. Sometimes I'll look at it on the 1 hour if I'm trying to get like more of macro levels. I would never be looking at it on 3-minute chart. And then all the other levels, like I cover, monthly is 1 day, or sorry, yearly is 1 day, monthly is 4 hour. My 7-day is on 65 minutes, and then my session volume profile or my daily volume profile is on 30-minute. And the reason that we plot the levels is when you change to different time frames. If you were looking, like if I pull up my 30-minute and I turn on my session volume profile and we're looking at it here, I have these levels plotted because if I switch to like a 3-minute time frame, well, it doesn't on this chart, but let's go to ES, for example. So if I go to 30-minute, here's my previous day, right? 38.97. The low is 38.44.50. And my POC, which should be a VPOC, is at 38.59.25. If I switch to a 3-minute chart, all of those levels are going to move from where I have them. So like the value area high is now 38.97.50. My value area low shifted up. It's now 38.45.25. And my VPOC stayed the same. But so that's why we actually physically draw the lines, is because when you change to different time frames, those levels will shift around. And you want them to be on the specific levels that we give you when we're doing the charting. All right. So let's do Amazon really quick. I think I have most of it charted. This was my buy zone on Amazon, but back here. Took Amazon long this was fun conversation. I told somebody Amazon here was going to $93, and they told me it was going to 64. I won. Not that winning matters, but I didn't like the fact they didn't show me any TA. They just said, no, it's going to 64. I'm not looking to always be right, but if you're going to argue with me, please come with TA. Because then at least we have something to talk about. All right. Let's look at our month. Let's turn off all the drawings so we can actually like see something. I always love this 18 month island top here on Amazon. I was waiting for this to break for so long, and then I never caught it when it broke. But anyway, we're pretty bullish here on the monthly. This is a hammer in a downtrend, and normally a hammer in a downtrend is a sign of reversal, but we've actually broken below. Oh God, I hate that about drawings. We've actually broken below the low of that candle in the next month, in this current month right now. So that's pretty bearish. Let's look at our weekly charts here, or weekly candles, I should say. I mean, again, same thing here. We have like actually a hammer, which would normally be like a reversal candle, and we've broken below it as well. Just looking bearish. Volume's increasing. I don't know if you guys can see that. As soon as I draw on the chart, all my drawings come back, but we have volume increasing here with price decreasing. So that's just screaming more downside right now. I still think this is like probably a decent buy zone, but this volume is kind of scary right now. We have earnings coming up when? February 2nd. All right, let's check out our daily candles, not the 2-day. Just turn off our drawings again. Ugh. This could actually be, I don't even know. I don't even want to recognize it, but.
You want to draw without bringing up all your other drawings?
Oh my God, save my life.
Okay.
Oh no, that's
So
not.
all the way on the right side of your screen,
Uh-huh.
there's the what is that button? It looks like 3 sheets of paper stacked on top of each other at the bottom right hand corner. Right
Oh,
hand
right,
corner.
here. Uh-huh.
Yeah, click that.
Uh-huh.
And now hide now bring up all your regular drawings and then hide everything. And that'll actually physically hide each individual line, and you can come back in there and bring them back later. But then you can draw on basically a blank sheet without losing all your original lines, and they won't
Let me
pop up
see.
everything that's actually seen.
Oh, it did.
Now go through and on that list and visually hide anything that's highlighted.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You hide all of them here.
Yeah, and you can go up that list. All those horizontal rays you've already drawn, you can hide them. And now you'll basically start with a clean chart, and anything new you draw will be highlighted, but everything old is hidden there. You just got to go back and re-visualize them.
You're my fucking hero, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Neela, we can look at the clouds on Cat. I mean, yeah, anytime. Anytime you guys want to see clouds, just at me and I'll screenshot them or whatever for you guys. Yeah, still just bearish overall right here. let's see. I can find a channel. Not really. We have this here. Yeah. I would like more touches. Let's try. That doesn't help. Let's try a shorter time frame. Not helping. Still not helping. Well, we're gonna have to live with it for now. That's about as good as it gets. Sorry. All right, let's bring all of our drawings back. Oh, now I'm hiding them. So a lot of these levels I did recently, so I'll just go over them really quickly instead of drawing all of them. Oh, I did not want to do all that. Hide, 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 and hide. Okay. Excuse me. All right, so we'll just start at the top and we'll go over the levels that I know have not moved. Our 2022 value area high is at 129.44. 2022 VPOC is at 114.52. Our November value area high is at 96.89. What was this that I drew? We'll remove that. November POC, 94.18. Okay, yeah, I've got that. We'll have to redo our previous week, previous day, previous week. Our November value area low, 89.06. Previous day VPOC will redo. Previous day value area. So then our last level is going to be the 2022 value area low. Is at 87.67. I have a feeling that we're going to want to go back to PVP and look at 12-month again. And you're going to want to start grabbing these levels. Most specifically, our 2021 value area low. We'll just throw it on there just because it's not going to be important right now. 2021 POC is at 95.28. Sorry, and I realized I didn't give the level for the value area low. Is at 83.23, or maybe I did. I don't know. Oh shoot, this is 2020. My bad. 2020 value area high is going to be at 154.51. Sorry, let me just go back over these really quick. So this is 2020 POC at 95.28. And then 2020 value area low, 83.23. So now let's go to our, well, we don't need to redo our monthly. We'll do our 7-day. And I would go to the 65-minute. So actually these haven't moved very much. or they haven't moved at all, basically. Previous week, value area high is at 90.63. Previous week, what is now a POC, is at 89.57. And our previous week value area low is at 87.88. So now we'll do our 30-minute session volume profile. Is looking ugly. Just so we have a VPOC here. We'll mark this really quick. December 14th, VPOC at 92.97. So previous day value area low is at 84.54. Previous day VPOC is going to be at 85.15. And then our previous day value area high $85.54. I want to see. I'm probably gonna have to like go so far back in time, but I want to see if we have any VPOCs below here. So we'll do the replay feature right about there. And we will look at our 30-minute chart. Oh, it's not letting me do it. Why'd you do that? That used to work. 1 day replay. Cut there. I think it's just too far back. Yeah, it's too far back. That's a bummer. Maybe we can look at them on the daily if it'll let us. So what's a big Twizzler candle? I mean, we've had a lot of news recently. We had CPI and then we had FOMC. All right, so I guess you mean a big red candle, I'm guessing, by a big Twizzler candle. And that I'm going to start using that name now, Alan, because for green candles, big green candles, we call them big green beans, but I've never had a name for big red candles, so I like that. This is going to be I'm just going to say March 19 VPOC. I think you guys will see where I'm going with this in a second, but Some of these levels being this far back, they're not going to be as strong. But since they are VPOCs, we probably will see some kind of reaction at these levels if we come to here. Two more. All right, so I know I didn't call out these levels. December 2018 VPOC at 67.59. December 2018 VPOC at 70.47. January 2019 VPOC at 75.61. February 2019 VPOC at 79.15. March 2019 VPOC at 80.43. March 2019 VPOC at 82.70. And then March 19th, 2019 VPOC at 83.89. Now, I want to be fair and look to the upside. So to the upside, we have a VPOC at
You can also just change your volume profile settings to extend the POC, right? To see all your VPOCs. Anything that hits
yeah.
will be excluded from the far right.
Yeah, I don't like doing that because then when it gets hit, it gets erased, and that's not helpful. Like when I'm actually live trading. So I like to have them.
True. But
Yeah.
I mean, when you're trying to chart them, you can see which ones are your VPOCs clear.
Oh, okay, I can see them, but thank you. I could see how that could be really helpful for some people. For me, it starts getting confusing when I have like a bunch of lines all over the place. It's easier for me to see them like this, but yeah, could be super helpful for some people. So this one here is going to be October 22 VPOC. Whoa. And then we have another one here. I think that's October as well. Yeah, October 22. We have one here that's actually probably stronger than most people would realize. This here is a VPOC. Even though price went through it, it had to gap to get past it. It couldn't cross through it during regular trading hours. So this is actually a very strong level. This is also October VPOC. And then we've got another one up here, which is also going to be October. We have one here and one here. I'm not going to chart all of these. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the upside. And to the downside, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's actually equal. Hang on one second. Wow, and I just saw it. I think ES is dumping. Like what? Wow. I just glanced over at this. I have on another screen. This is ES on 3-minute and NQ on 3-minute. And then I can't really show it, but down here I have ES and NQ on 30-minute. And you can see just this massive red candle. And I'm like, whoa. Maybe that's the Twizzler candle that Alan was talking about. Oh, like, nice. My shorts are going to be so happy tomorrow. My shorts are happy right now. All right, back to Amazon. Sorry. That was a big old wicked candle. So anyway, right now, on the daily, let me just see if we have one more. So yeah, I'm going to be bullish on Amazon, and I'll explain why. Well, I'm bullish pending looking at further charting. But so if we look here, we said that we have a VPOC here and here, right? So that gives us our 7. And then we have a VPOC here and here and here. So actually 10 VPOCs to the upside and 7 to the downside. So with that said, VPOCs act as magnets, and generally wherever you have more is where price is going to be pulled. I say generally because, you know, nothing is 100% in trading. But so when I see more VPOCs to the upside than I do to the downside, that's going to give me like bullish, I guess a bullish bias overall. I'm still going to look at the charts, you know, and see where we are. You know, do the full technical analysis. But so far, we have more VPOCs to the upside than we do to the downside. And for me here, and you know I have to believe this, because if we look at ES right now, and this is happening, like, this is going to affect Amazon tomorrow. Unless, you know, like, unless we have some kind of recovery, we're going to open red on Amazon in the morning. Unless this recovers, you know, back to the closing price or whatever, everything's going to open red within reason tomorrow, right? So I have to believe what I'm saying. Otherwise, I'm just going to look like a dumbass tomorrow, right? So pretty hard for most people to say, hey, on this stock overall, I'm bullish, even though we're probably going to open red tomorrow. With that said, you know, like, I'm a buyer all the way down to $84. Or this March VPOC 83, 89. I mean, we might come below. We might come down and hit the 2020 value area low. And if that does, you know, you just want to see a retest and then you go long. Yeah, I'd be bullish all the way down to about here, probably, at least as of right now. Yeah, no problem, Justin. I want to just finish looking a little bit more in depth on Amazon. I don't know if we did I know we did the weekly. I don't know if we did the session volume profile. I think we did, though. Yeah, we did. Okay. All right, let's just take a look at the clouds. I mean, that's really going to be what's really telling for Amazon in the upcoming near future here. So our 4-hour is actually pretty bearish. We've broken below the 4-hour cloud. If we retest 86.23, there's a chance that we see more downside. That would be, you know, a bearish backdoor. If it happens to break back inside the cloud, obviously very bullish. So over 86.85, we would turn bullish on Amazon. Even better would be to break inside and retest 86.85, and then that's like a snap go long to 88.70, give or take. And then our daily cloud is actually closed, and we're slicing through. What's the MACD on this? Oh no, this is open. Okay. I don't like to see a closed cloud getting sliced through. That's pretty scary. This cloud, as soon as it can, will open up based on the MACD. It needs to be -1 for it to be a strong closed cloud, and that is not a strong closed cloud. On our daily, we really need to reclaim like $85.50. And then you want to get above 86.85. We'll just call it 87. So a retest of 87 is even more bullish, up to like $91.50. And damn, everything is bearish right now on Amazon. I might have to restate my position here. We're doing a bearish backdoor on the weekly. Like it's already happening. This is our initial break. This is our retest, and we're breaking down. In the past, that's like 20 points. So we could come down to like 80, 76, right around there. Based on that, we're also outside of the monthly. All right. I just became really bearish on Amazon, down to $74. Sorry. These clouds are better than any technical analysis anybody can do. And I'm outside the bottom of the 4-hour. I'm outside the bottom of the daily. I'm outside the bottom of the weekly, and it's got a big slope down. Like this is a lot of selling. I'm outside the bottom of the monthly. I'm retesting it. We're going to like $74, $65, right around there on Amazon. So I would not play it long. Let me see. Yeah, so these would be my price targets. There and here. And I'm guessing, wait, when was earnings? It's like February. Oh wait, I didn't want that. I want this. 85 days. Wrong tool. Yeah, I think 75 is doable by earnings at least. So sorry for the flip-flop there, but I'm super bearish on Amazon right now. As far as taking trades, let me just erase this green zone. For shorting, you know, where we open is going to be important, but if we come below the previous day value area low, retest it, you can go short down to the March 19th VPOC. It's kind of tight. It's like 75 cents, but whatever. If we break below this March 19th VPOC, actually March 19th, it's so old. This might not even be like anything to even worry about. Actually, that's a very good point. I take this back. I'm not worried about the March 19th VPOC. If you retest the previous day value area low, I would play it down to the 2020 value area low and close your position here. Below that, your guess is as good as mine. You don't have enough meat on the bone here to take the trade. But basically, if you take a short here, you know, you could do like a long swing position and just hold as long as you can, hopefully to get to 75-ish. I would get like February expiration. Actually, I think this would be a really good. You can probably get the February expiration that's after earnings, and theta won't be too high yet. And as you get closer to earnings, you know, if you're close to your strike price, that theta is just gonna. I'm sorry, the IV. I don't know why I said theta. If you grab contracts now that expire after earnings in February, the IV shouldn't be high right now, but as you approach the earnings date, that IV is going to go higher. And as long as you're seeing, you know, downside, even if it's gradual downside coming up to earnings, you're going to be green on the trade. And the closer and closer you get, IV is going to start going up, and that'll just pump up your contracts anyway. I would sell them before earnings. But same thing as, you know, like Boyle or whatever. I'm not taking a trade on Amazon. I'm not giving a play. I would just say find a strike price you're comfortable with in this price range for February expiration after earnings, and take your profits when you're happy with them. But if I'm shooting for like an ultimate price target, it would be here. 75, 60-ish, give or take. All right. Any questions? Oh, you wanted to see Cat's clouds. Let's do that really quick. Yeah, no problem, Justin. Sorry for flip-flopping on you. But these clouds, I don't know how many times you've been in the channel, but if you've seen these clouds, you'll start to believe them like they walk on water. All right. So I try not to look at them before I do my charting, because I don't like to look at charts with bias. I like to look at, you know, charts from a neutral perspective. So our 4-hour cloud is not really telling us very much of anything. I mean, we wicked all the way up to the top, and then we wicked below the 4-hour mid, and right now we just crossed back above the 4-hour mid. So we're like chopping. I mean, I wouldn't even call this chop, but right now on this 4-hour candle, we're kind of chopping at the 4-hour mid here. No real information there. Our daily, same thing. We're chopping at the daily mid. The daily top is closed at 240. The outside, or 240.8. I did key. I'll go over it again. You're killing me, bro. The outside of the daily cloud is at 243.32. Bottom 225.65. Outside of the bottom 223.12. I think this is going to be the most interesting cloud here. I don't know if Shorty was bullish on Cat, but we just came, you know, we just came through the weekly cloud and retested it here. And you can see, you know, price is starting to push back up. This is a bullish money or bullish backdoor. You know, we should see some upside from here.
He said to wait to the top of the consolidation range before shorting.
before
He's-
shorting.
Yeah, because he says an unusual buying opportunity right now.
I mean, that makes sense because we're probably coming back up to like 239.70 ish.
Yep. That's around where I'm waiting to short.
Yeah. But Shorty always says weird stuff like that. So
He based off of one candle.
no. But what
it
I'm
was like a
saying,
really high volume.
no, what I'm saying is, no, I remember now what you're, because I remember him saying all that. I didn't pay too much attention to it just because I'm not interested in playing cat. But I do remember him looking at that one candle and it had substantial volume. I mean, technically, here we have an island top on the weekly, or what? Yeah, these are weekly candles. You would expect it to come like at least to like 239 ish, and go short. But what I was getting at with Shorty when I first met him, he was like, "I'm gonna wait for a bounce at this level and go long." And then when we got to that level, he was like, "So who was in that short with me?" And I was like, "What do you mean? You didn't say anything about being short. You said you're taking a bounce here." And he goes, "Yeah, but it has to go from there to there for it to bounce." And I'm like, "Okay, bro." So what I'm saying is you could go long here, up to like, I don't know, 38.50, 39 probably, and then flip to short. So hopefully you understand where I'm going with that. Yeah, there's probably an amazing, and I mean, I can see it. Yeah, there's an amazing short opportunity at like 239-ish. But we're retesting the weekly cloud here, which means we're probably going to see more upside, which is exactly what Shorty's saying, to short the top, but we need upside to get to the top, right? So you could probably go long here and then short the top. All right.
Sounds like a plan, G.
And the short,
Gotcha,
I mean,
boss.
the top, well, this probably doesn't get tapped, but our monthly cloud bottom is at 251.42. We're probably going to come to like 239, 238, and then go to 206. So.
And Kramer is very bullish.
Oh, shit. Don't go long on it. Never mind.
Double. He said he's well, not in cat, but in general on the market, he's double bullish.
Okay, do not take cat long from here to 39.
Be very careful, guys.
Oh, you should tell me that before I talk about going long on stocks, man.
Chart suggests a Santa rally is still in play. A buying opportunity is coming.
And he probably said that 2 seconds before this happened, right?
Like 7:04 EST. It's like 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
When you were in the middle of your
Yeah.
your
I mean, this
charting.
is the initial dump is, oh, you're saying Eastern.
Yeah, Eastern.
So, I mean, that's 4 p.m. So he said it when ES was closed, and we open and just dump.
That's hilarious.
Good job. Oh, I'm looking at Amazon. What am I talking about? Where's ES?
I mean, ES still dumped off of. So I don't know. Japan had news.
Oh God, I hate it when I go to this ES.
Japan has some like
Wait,
monetary
so he said it
policy.
at 4 p.m. right for consolidation for like 15 hours. This dude is so undefeated. So he said it here. Like, so from when he said it here, we consolidated and then just died. And right now we're bear flagging. Oh, dude, I need to short this.
Yeah, I need to pull my Ninja Turtle up. Hope I can pull it up fast enough.
Yeah, this is, you want to short here. More risk averse. 38.
Oh, wait. You better hurry.
38.26. If you're less risk averse, your structure low at 38.27.25.
Yeah, if we don't break down now.
I don't think so.
Think we got time?
Yeah. I mean, this is probably just going to do that. Look at our volume, right?
Oh yeah, it's not very strong.
So now we want this, boing, boing, dum. And this is your entry right here in that range is where you want to short this if you're a future trader. And then you play it to here. And then you praise Jesus for the 20 G's you just made. All right. Oh, key. Killing me, bro. If I miss this short going over this, I'm going to send you an IOU.
I got you. I'll let you know
Maybe
if it doesn't happen. This is kind of crazy the way it's dumping right now.
I like you. Dude, I got
If you
30.
like you better be prepared. You just set that alert and be ready to just drop what you're doing to get on the ball.
Oh,
I got you. I am the alert.
I'm not so much worried about this. I'll show you guys what I'm.
I know, but if you're gonna review Key's question, you best
Yeah.
have an alert.
Oh, no, it's okay. If I miss this trade, it's not a big deal.
Can't wait for 360.
I'm not like, oh, I've got to be in every single. Oh, what the hell, man? So log me out. I have to think of the best way to display this on the screen without showing my entire account. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, so I have $20,337 short. 2,356 shares. And then I have, this is a reverse NASDAQ. So I've got like almost 10 grand there. So $30,000 short between ES or whatever, you know what I mean, NQ and that thing. So this can dump. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Sorry, my wife just brought me dinner. She loves me.
God, the luckiest man, I swear.
All right. Good job, CK.
Well, I guess we're just gonna dump then. You're not getting your entry.
Yeah, I hope you got it. I don't know. I mean,
Nope, I couldn't pull Ninja Trader up fast enough.
Oh man, this is the entry. Well, actually, you might get it still. So they might be faking out shorts here. This is normally, you know, on a bear flag, you play the last touch of the flag, which is here. So when you break below this level is where you would enter short. This is why we don't like to play the break of bear flags. We like to play the top, or, you know, inverse. If this was a bull flag, we don't like to play the break. We like to play the bottom up because they like to fake out retail with flags. But if this does play out, you draw your fibs, just for anybody that hasn't seen this before, from the tip top of the flagpole to the bottom of the flagpole. And that tells you where you're going to trim your trades. And look at how this lines up very nicely with our October value area high. So your first trim is at the 272 level. Second trim would be at the 618 level. Third trim, 786 level. And it's cute how this lines up with our run-up value area low. I mean, it just fibs, they just work. Like, it's insane how they're. You might say like, oh, this isn't really hitting the level. I'm telling you, 2 points on ES is nothing. These are hitting the levels almost to a T. So if this dumps, yeah, the first target is here. Or wait, I'm sorry. First target's our October value area high. Second target is the run-up value area low. and the fibs confirm that. So, Key, killing me. Oh, nice, Alan. You should send me a check for hooking you up
Yeah,
there.
send me one too, because I missed it.
No, that's not fair.
Oh,
Anyway, all
okay,
right.
I was here for moral support.
Okay, all right. He gets 25%, I get 25%, and Alan, you keep the other 50%. All right, so and I hopefully everybody knows I'm joking. I
Please.
never asking anybody for money for anything. I'm good. I don't try to help people to make money off of people. Key. All right. So I showed you this earlier, but we'll go over it again really quick. When you look at like your previous day, value area high, POC, value area low, you're doing it on 30 minutes. I generally will do run up and run down on either 1 hour. Oh, thanks, Pancho. I appreciate that. Either on 1 hour or 1 day. I'm never doing it on a time frame like 3 minutes or anything like that. And what I'm going to show you is, we draw these levels on specific time frames, which is why I'm always saying like, like I'm going to look at the 12-month on the daily. I'm going to look at the monthly on the 4 hour. I'm going to look at the 7-day on the 65-minute. And I'm going to look at the daily on the 30-minute. We draw all those levels, on specific time frames, because when you switch to a lower time frame, you will notice those areas actually move. So my value area high shifted up just a little bit. My value area low shifted up a little bit, and my POC stayed the same. I'll just zoom in so you can see. So this went from 38.44.50 to 38.45.25. So it's only 75 cents, but it is a difference. And on some indices, these moves can be a lot greater. So we draw them on very specific time frames. So for run up and run down, it's going to be like 1 hour or 1 day, depending on how big of a range you're looking at. Like that's the best way I can explain it. So like when I'm looking at, if I do my run up right now or whatever, let's say I'm doing my run down. Okay. And I'm just looking at this range here. I can do that on a 1 hour or on the 1 hour. It's from here or here, down. If I want to grab a larger area, or if I want to grab like an area more accurately, I can use the 1 day. Here I could grab the rundown, all the way from the high to the low. I couldn't do this on 3 minutes. But so that's where I tend to look at them, 1 day and 1 hour. Generally, it's 1 day that I'm looking at rundowns and run-ups. So hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully that answers your question. If it doesn't, DM Ricky Bobby.
Hoy. I'm asleep.
All right, guys. Any other questions? Well, YouTube's going to be pretty far behind, so if you have a question, you won't be able to tell me about it. But I mean, of course, I'm joking, Key. My DMs are always open if you have a question or if you need me to go over anything else. Same applies to anybody else in YouTube. If you guys have a question, my DMs are always open. I would honestly prefer if people ask me things in public. That way, a lot of times if you have a question, there's multiple other people that probably have the same question. And some people are too shy to ask. So if it's asked in public, I can answer and everybody can see the answer. In DMs, that doesn't happen. But if you're one of the shy people, feel free to DM me and I'll answer it in private. All right. Anyway, like always, everybody, much love. Have a good night. And good luck with your trading tomorrow. Just be careful, coming up to Christmas here and the end of the year. I think Shorty talked about this last night on the stream. I'm not positive, but Sunday. coming up to the end of the year, a lot of hedge funds and people with large accounts are selling positions, closing positions, closing out before the end of the year. There's not a whole lot of volatility. I mean, I shouldn't say that right now. We're dumping like crazy.
Yeah,
We
we are.
dumped like crazy today, but
Japan got
um,
halted, so
generally, you don't see such big moves like this. Tends to be more sideways towards the end of the year, but I mean, I'm happy if we get some more good moves to the downside. Showed you guys my position. I got the receipts. Um, the Yeah, but just be careful coming up to the end of the year. Position smaller if you can. Try not to get caught up in chop. If you're able to trade futures, that's probably your best bet because you can't get eaten up by theta decay in futures. So that would be my recommendation. Anyway, just be safe trading the next couple of weeks and everybody take care. Much love. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah. I guess Happy Holidays. I'm not really into all that politically correct stuff. If you don't celebrate Christmas, that's cool. If you do celebrate Hanukkah, cool. If you don't celebrate either, cool. Whatever it is, just be happy. So that's how I feel. Anyway, much love, everybody. Take care. I'm out. Bye.
all right, Rockets. Peace out.